The shorter way to do many things is to only do one thing at a time. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. DZ Tribe, Josh Thomas, super glad to have you here. I have a story to tell, but before I do, I want to make sure that you understand I really care about you. And I care about what you're doing with your life. I care about what you get done. And I care about how you operate. And because of that, I built this thing called the Do Zone DNA. It is designed to help you really understand how you get stuff done so you can build the world around you for optimal results. I'd love for you to take that test and tell me what you think about it. Go to dozonedna.com, sign up, take the test. It only takes a few minutes. And let me know what your Do Zone DNA is. And today I want to talk about this story. And first of all, this is actually the second time I'm recording this. I'm a little pissed off about that. I recorded this episode and I did a great job. And then I realized that there was an issue with the recording. I went to play and all I heard was psst for like 1 second. All my hard work down the drain. So here we are in the second recording, but I'm just going to try to bring the heat a second time. So let me tell you, I have been working out pretty religiously for the last 4 or 5 months. Starting somewhere around mid-July, I started going to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 days a week. Okay. And I haven't really missed very many days. Maybe 1 or 2 here or there. I'm traveling. One time my alarm didn't go off, etc. But for the most part, 5 days a week. And I go pretty hard. I don't mess around. I follow a circuit. And also I've been eating pretty good, taking care of my macros, eating a bunch of protein, trying to limit the fat. I mean, I'm still going to have a drink every now and then. I'm still going to have some ice cream every now and then. I show my humanity when I can. But for the most part, I'm in really great shape. And probably, I would say, the best shape of my life. And I'm telling you this for a reason. Not to brag, but just to set the scene for what's about to happen here. And so I got invited to this class. It was a new kind of class. It was called Pure Barre. And I'm like, I don't really know what that is, but okay, I'll try anything once. And so Pure Barre, the best way I can describe it is it's some kind of like ballet, calisthenics, Pilates sort of mix, if you will. A lot of really isometric exercises. We're working on one muscle group at a time and sustained poses with tiny pulsation movements. If you've taken the class, you know. If you've taken the class, you know what's coming. You know what story I'm going to tell. If you haven't taken the class, I strongly recommend that you take this class, especially if you have any high opinion of yourself and your physical fitness, because it will destroy it. So here's what happened. I walk into this class. I'm in Austin, Texas, and there's this super uppity hipster part of town called the Domain that I live very near. And so I walked into the Domain. This is where all the hipsters live. And there was one other guy in the class, but it was mostly like young 20-something women. And so I definitely stood out because I'm not young, I'm not 20-something, and I'm definitely not a woman. But it wasn't too bad because there was another dude there. So we go in, and there's a floor-to-ceiling mirror. And there's a mirror in the gym. There's a mirror in my bedroom. There's a mirror in my bathroom. And so I've seen myself recently. But this is a floor-to-ceiling mirror, and it was all you could see. You're standing there, and you're looking at yourself. And I hadn't really spent much time or paid much attention looking at myself very often. And so I'm sitting here and looking, and I'm thinking, man, I've made a lot of progress. I've made a lot of gains in the last several months. Like, I'm not like a super meaty, muscly dude or anything, but there's definitely some definition in my arms and my chest and my shoulders. My legs are very well defined. Like, man, I did pretty good. I'm feeling good about myself, and I'm admiring the progress that I've made and the fruits of my labor, of the dedication of the last several months of getting up and going to the gym. I'm not even a morning person. Like, I get there at 6 a.m. It's like, that's hard to do for a guy that prefers to sleep till 9. That's hard. Okay, so we get there, and then the class is, I don't know, there's like 8 people. There's one instructor, and she puts on some music, and we're supposed to move to the music. And there's a little bit of equipment. Each person has like these 2 little rubber bands that are tied together, and one little black squishy ball that's like 3/4 inflated, and then these 2-pound dumbbells. And to give you an idea what a 2-pound dumbbell looks like, just imagine like a large pen, like a comically large pen that has a huge eraser on top of it. And that's basically what a 2-pound dumbbell looks like. It's a pen with an eraser. Okay. And so we start the class and we do the stretches, and that's all fine. And I had no idea what to expect. So we're bouncing along to the music. And once we get done with the stretches, we get to the first part, which is arms. We're doing a couple of things with our arms, and it's basically you're sustaining, your elbows are parallel with your shoulders, and you're keeping them up, and you're doing a bunch of things like curls and like the chest fly and all of these other things. And so we did that for a minute, and then she said, okay, go ahead and pick up those 2 dumbbells that you see. I'm like, okay. And here I am. I'm looking in the mirror. Now, remember, I just realized what great shape I was in, and I could visibly see it. Like, wow, I'm in really good shape. And I pick up these little 2-pound dumbbells, and I just look like a giant, holding little toothpicks or something. It's the craziest thing until we started. And I got to tell you, 90 seconds into holding these 2-pound dumbbells of death, I was struggling to keep them up. I'm looking at what just a moment ago, not 5 minutes prior, was the best physique I've ever had in my life.